Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a quick masculine, divine masculine twin flame read for you today. It is December 25th, 2018. This read was done last night at 6:18 on the 24th as two cars raced north down my street. The major arcana were Emperor, Wheel, and Hanging Man. The Emperor is Reason in the Syrian Starseed deck. The Great Wheel is the Wheel of Fortune, and then Hanging Man is Hanged Man. For the masculine, there was 3 wands and 5 swords last night. Okay, so very much in their heads, too much, all thoughts and action. Okay, but 5 swords. I mean, rarely do 5 of one suit come up. So the core cards were the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. The numbers that came up last night for the masculine. Number 3852 came up, and number 9. So 27, which is the Ace of Wands. Okay, but not a lot of numbers were coming up. 35 also. And the coding had everything to do with the masculine's environment, spirituality, and financial discipline. This was last night, you know, all those last minute worries before Christmas morning. In was coming up for the feminine this morning as well. I-N, the word in, going with in. It was pronounced to me for the feminine read this morning, so very much for the masculine as well, because the coding starts out with I-N. 3, I-G, remembering I, God, your higher self, okay? And 3 for the Christ energy today. And then 4, IV. So I don't know if someone has an IV or 4 and 1V is 4. So it's all about structure in the home today, okay? And stability and dependability and responsibility. Also, twin flames were coming up in the Divine Masculine Code, as well as 901, the Hermit, Hanging Man. All right, so maybe feeling like a hanged man, the masculine, or just hanging out in the bat cave. The Hermit is, you know, spending some time alone. Queen of Swords might be coming up there too for the Divine Masculine. And some stuff came up. I looked up online. I don't want to go into too much of that today, but the first thing that came up in the online coding was Fleck fires defensive coordinator Smith after Illinois scores. So it had to do with games, so I guess a lot of masculines will be watching sports today. Into the Flames, Jupiter Point number 3 came up by Jennifer Bernard. It was a book, I guess, Friends to Lover Romance, which is what it was about, Into the Flames. Also, College of Policy, Stop, and Search Training Experiment. Chateau de Meudon came up in Wiki, Gardens Not to be Outdone. So they were compared to the ancient gardens as being that beautiful. Also, folk songs by Roud Number came up, a list of folk songs. Right Round came up, which is Flow Ride Rapper. It was their second studio album, which was called Roots. In capital letters it came up, R-O-O-T-S. And that was from 2009, and I know there was a cycle that started around 2009 that we kind of had to go back to. 2009, 2010, around there. But this came up, Roots, 2009. Also, some stuff came up from, some medical stuff came up. Structure of a flavonoid. Glucosultroferase reveals the whatever, and it goes into the article, but it's about plants' multi-gene family of this, conjugating hormones, secondary metabolites, biotic and abiotic, environmental toxins to impact directly on cellular homeostasis. So that was ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, if anyone's interested in that title. Also, another one came up, ipomilin, a Jacqueline-related lectin with a compact tetrameric 9 hydrogen bonds are formed by the residues. And the atoms, 1, 3, O 01, O 03, O 04, O 05, O 06, of me-man, which was so strange that that came up. The atom C7, and I always call Adam and Eve atom, A-T-O-M, atom C7 of me-man is also involved in the me. All right, so it's saying your masculine is also in you. Don't forget that. So when you have those feelings, it's about your masculine coming through, but it's also the masculine within you. And literally then pi comes up, which I say is the integration of the masculine and feminine within. It says pi, the symbol of pi came up, interaction with TRP, which could be a trap, right? 142 of IPO. So IPO wasn't about stocks, but it could be referencing that for you. Also 6.9.06 results, Attica Raceway Park, somebody might be at the racetrack. Scott would then cruise to the win with Martin hanging on to the second. And then Jason Voorhees, which is the character from Friday the 13th, came up. And Empress, I was getting that like Empress thinks she's God, the Queen of Swords, Flame, Hermit, Aging, Hanging Man. Okay? And the Emperor, so the read starts out with the Emperor inspired by prison, his own prison, making of his own, or by taking the Queen of Swords prisoner. Okay? So Queen of Swords talks of dropping burdens. Indigo side coming out of him, okay, which is that magician side, a magician embodiment. Present fighting, competing for opportunity to make magic and transform, even if it means stepping over people. Using tools of the trade, herbs and flowers, grasslands and rose vines, and magnified molecules. Thongs or flip-flops, golf course and figure eights, family legacy up to no good, stabbed him when he was defenseless. A camel, pointed crown, and boot. Riding and fencing. Worth waiting for came up for the masculine, as well as finances and career beneath that. Sleeping boobs and narcissist love, pretty high heels and kneeling down, castrated looking at butts. Now it's working? Love. And then partnership came up with perseverance beneath it, beneath love partnership. But it's also about someone down on their knees, okay? So there's definitely proposals coming up. That energy was coming up within the feminine read as well. Out of prison, tempted by the Holy Grail, Mermaid, Taurus, Gemini, Court Jester, Capricorn, and Aquarius. The Empress is out of her head. The Fool is performing for rings and ribbons, but no faith, no cup. Overworking it, it never comes, because they can't focus. The Emperor, Death energy, defenseless at work, working for the devil that wears a skirt. Recently choosing a path that is blocked. Conflicts at work, defenseless to the Emperor walking all over him. Or the Emperor wants to be tied up, and the Empress doesn't. Death to him if he tries it. Castration or worse. The foundation of risk storing downloads. At full moon, the offer of new life. Fragile, hesitant with emotions, holding back the truth. Centrally destined, tired of being stuck in emotions, coming out with new passion to socialize with the Queen of Swords, or come together with the Queen of Swords. That could be union energy as well. The Three of Cups is very much, for me, union energy. The challenge for the masculine is twin flame, detoxing frustrations, and possibly the masculine drinking alone. Queen of Swords connection unfair, needing repair, no attention and crying, can't focus on her hair. Okay, so some of the energies that may be coming back and forth between the masculine and the feminine this morning. Over the boredom, trying for love, looking back to find satisfaction, patience, and a hug. Burdened by past heartbreak and walking away, knowing they'd end up bumping into their twin one day. Going back to his marriage and tail between his legs, he had been keeping her silent again, back to Al Bundy and Peg. Soon synchronicities and messages at home and dreams. The divine feminine president. Ooh, president. The divine feminine present in sham fam, sick and energy drained. Playfulness and stay optimistic were coming up for the masculine, which was coming up for the feminine also. Feminine yesterday, I believe it was. The Knight of Cups offers love to himself. Around the Divine Masculine, clearly a secret prisoner. And you notice prisoner is prison, her. Around Divine Masculine, clearly a secret prisoner. Clear blocks about deserving suffering, destined for love. So it's about the masculine clearing his blocks about deserving love, okay? Financial discipline comes up here, spirituality and environment. Longing to expand his development. Working out to build up his arms, performing for dollars, back pain, ice on, and justice. All is fair in love and war. Hanging man, right knee and elbow pain from fighting a war of self-love. His cup runneth over, but hanging upside down, some may literally be if they have back pain, if doesn't turn around, he'll drown. Possibly in his tears right now. The Empress Queen of Cups, new love. His mother will love her. Empress stashing presents and hiding. Fire started. Rotating universe with 2 candles on it. Message of stress, the Queen of Swords, back. Was hanging now, but now can't get out of bed. And then love just comes up. So again, it's energy for me of the masculine and the feminine passing the energy back and forth. And if they were hanging out now with back issues, may be having trouble getting out of bed, literally with back issues, whether it's the feminine or the masculine. But also I was getting this, like I said before, this energy between this Empress and a Queen of Cups, whether it's the masculine's mother and his partner, or mother and his sister, or it could be this one and the same person. The Empress could be a Queen of Cups, or his mother and his feminine, okay? One of those energies was coming up that he's having positive thoughts about this and love of bringing them together. Or it could just be at Christmas, whoever Christmas is with today, hoping that whoever sits next to each other, like I said in my other read, that they'll get along, they'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to pull you a couple cards from the traditional Rider-Waite real quick to give you some energies from today, the 25th. All right, so today is December 25th, 2018. Clear and align. Clear and align. Oop. Clear and align. Clear and align. Okay. So for the Divine Masculine, for everyone watching today actually, for the best and highest good of all those concerned, this December 25th, 2018, for the Divine Masculine Twins, what do they need to know? What is their advice from their masters, their guides and angels? What do they need to know? What is the message? Anything else? Okay. So, the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant with the 9 of Pentacles reversed behind it. Okay, so we have, this is the underlying energy of the Hierophant. Okay, so it's about tradition today, Christmas, right? It's about tradition, commitments, establishment. Today it's definitely about religion and tradition, but about commitments and marriage and all that other kind of thing. But behind it is some sadness and loss, okay? Because we have the 5 of Cups and then the 9 of Pentacles reversed, which is about sadness and loss, regret, but also losing your power, money, and status, independence. But it also could be not wanting to be single anymore. And even if you are married, maybe some people feel like they're single because they've been married a long time, right? But it's definitely energy about tradition. And I was just getting from Fiddler on the Roof, tradition, right? The cards that came out for the masculine today, again, are the Ace of Pentacles, which has been coming up like crazy for the masculine, okay? Which is either a peace offering, offer of money, or a brand new life, okay? This card traditionally means complete contentment. It's a really beautiful, one of the most powerful cards in the deck. It's definitely a new beginning. Then we have these 2 cards came out, okay? which are these uncomfortable emotions that I spoke of earlier today. Okay, someone could have back pain literally, but this is about ending the pain, but having to sit in the uncomfortable emotions of it and deal with going through the emotions instead of avoiding them. It's sitting in the uncomfortable emotions of going to someone's house you may not want to go to today, or being with relatives you don't feel like hanging out with today, feeling the pain of it. There could be betrayal here also, but it's dealing with the emotions instead of avoiding. So today's dealing with it and ending the pain. Okay. Queen of Cups comes up reversed as well. So somebody might be over emotional or manipulative today. And again, I told you the Empress reverse and the Queen of Cups reverse was coming up for the masculine. And the masculine having hopes that they would get along. Okay, but maybe there's a little bit of manipulation or a little bit of drama there, being too over emotional. And also we have the King of Pentacles reversed and the Six of Wands coming up reversed, okay? So the King of Pentacles reversed can be seen as someone who's greedy, so maybe a relative who's greedy, but it also could be about the masculine just having lost money and status recently, and it is Christmas, so whether it's a downturn in the market or the amount of money spent on gifts, feeling that today, okay? And the need for attention, okay? Or feeling like a failure because they lost. Maybe they invested in something that didn't work out. But it's the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Six of Wands reversed. You know, that's very much like a man feeling like a failure, like he didn't, you know, that his family deserves more than that. Or it could just be, you know, worried about the downturn in the market and having to spend a lot of money on Christmas, which could be a very fleeting energy, okay, about today specifically, because we spent a lot of money for Christmas, okay? But remember, this is the first card out. It's about peace and joy, okay? It's about a new life. This is just one day of these emotions. You know, if you really didn't want to go to this person's house or spend time with family, it's okay. Be your best self, okay? Master love. Stay present and aware. And rise and be love, okay? Merry Christmas, you guys, and have an amazing, amazing day, okay? Bye.